Hi everyone, this is Anjali Amjad. I'm an IELTS trainer. Are you preparing for your IELTS? Are you confident in attempting your exam? Here I have some effective strategies which help you to attain your desired score. Even though we are investing a lot of time preparing for the exam, doing all the modules every day during the training sessions, still we are not able to get the desired score in the very first attempt. What's the reason? The answer is simple. We are not practicing in the right way. Here I have 3 effective strategies which help you to attain your desired score. The first one is identify your comfortable module. We have 4 modules in IELTS, and after the initial session of your practice, you can identify a comfortable module where you are really okay with, where you think that you will get a good score. Then immediately we'll take a wrong decision. What's that? No need of practicing this module again. No need to waste time on this. It's a false step. The first thing what you have to do is, this is your trump card. Believe me, because if you have gone down somewhere, if you have not attained a 6 or maybe a 6.5 in any of the modules, if your comfortable module is there and if you have trained it properly, and if you can get a better score like 7.5 or 8, on an average your band score increases like anything. So believe me, pay enough attention to the module which you are comfortable with and practice it with a goal that you need your maximum in your comfortable module. And the second thing is, after doing a module, like we start with listening, and after listening, we'll correct this and we'll get the score and we'll just put the band score in your paper and we'll move to the next module immediately. Again, this is a false way of practicing. What you have to do is, it's listening, it's 30 minutes listening. After 30 minutes, you will get 10 minutes to write your answers. Do write it. Okay, do check your answers and make sure you're writing in capital letters. And check your spellings. Most probably during the practice sessions, you will ignore thinking that a spelling mistake, I can make it correct at that time. No, that is your basic error. Don't do that. This is not the trick what I'm intending to say. This is just a small thing to remember. And after getting your score, imagine it is 35 on 40. We went wrong in 5 places. So you have to play the audio again. Go back to the questions, hear the questions again, and make sure you got the answer. You heard the answer. That is very important. The thing is, they'll provide us Canadian accent, they'll provide American accent, British accent, and even the voice, the modulations, everything will be different. So we cannot expect that we'll be familiar with all these accents and all these types of voices. Even if we are a fluent speaker in English, or we are watching movies, or we are listening to English music, it is not necessary. So you have to go back, check your answers again and make sure you have heard it clearly, because there are chances that these words may recur in other modules too. Okay, same thing with reading. When it comes to reading, I always believe that reading is a mental game. Always these people who are setting this question papers, basically the question papers are from Cambridge assessments, they are discovering new areas where they can confuse human beings. That's the only thing what they are doing in reading. It's a game. The questions are there, the answers are there. Everything is there. The only thing is we need to find it out and keep it in proper places. So after correction, after doing reading, after correction, you have to go back and identify where you got confused, where you were misled. It's like you are being like taking to another areas, or you are misguided at a certain point, especially in true or false not given sessions. Okay, so that is very important. The same thing with speaking. If you're not comfortable with the cue card with your examiner, go home, sit alone, take your recorder and record the cue card again for 2 minutes, and make sure that you are okay with the subject to talk for 2 minutes. Same thing with writing. You get a new question, you are attempting it for the first time, you did your maximum but you didn't get the enough mark, or you are not feeling that you are not happy with that. Then what you have to do is you have to work on it. You have to Google on answers or even the topics, or find out more examples, even vocabulary. Okay, that is with writing. And the third skill, or the third what I have to say is easiest way to improve your vocabulary. Take a word, and you can have the common words we are using during our practice sessions are synonyms. Use more synonyms, use more synonyms. Your trainer will be keeping on saying, but how? That's a question. How we can enhance our vocabulary? So one thing is, take a word and draw 2 columns and write word, familiar word and new word. And if you are able to get a familiar word for the word which you have selected, this familiar word is only familiar to us, but we are not using that. Okay, so it's like refreshing things. It's like we are refreshing things. And after that, you find a totally new word for the same word. Okay, so it's 3 columns. We are dividing a word into 3. That is the word itself, then the familiar word, and then the new word. That is like refreshing. Familiar words, gathering of familiar words means you are just refreshing again and again on your vocabulary. And the third session is totally new words. You're studying something. And believe me, when you work on this, things will change. Anything you practice for 28 days, it's an habit. So taking IELTS is not a silly thing. You have to view it with its importance and then attempt your exam well. Very best for your exam. Thank you.